We will now call the meeting of the Senate Drug Policy Committee to order. And we have two bills on our agenda. The first is House Bill 417, Uniform Controlled Substance Act, include 5 substances in Schedule 1. And we do have a strike all for this legislation. Get to it. It should be behind the original bill. And what we've done with this, the reason there's a strike all, counsel for the committee has reviewed the proposed legislation from the House as well as the Senate proposal and determined that the House proposal was based on some outdated correspondence. And so what we have for the Senate proposal is based on the most recent language coming from the State Board of Pharmacy, State Department of Health. And we have also invited today a representative or representatives from the State Department of Health to provide us with an overview of the legislation. We tend to refer to this as the technical amendments coming from the federal government. And if you could just explain that process to us for the benefit of those members who may be new or interested on the committee. Yes, please. If you don't mind introducing yourself.
Hey, I'm Anna Catherine Lambert, and I'm a pharmacist with the Mississippi State Department of Health Pharmacy, and I get to work on this every year with Ethan and this committee, so thank you for having me officially. So every year, we go through the DEA's Federal Register to see what they have scheduled in the previous 12 months. So what the strike through means and what we're currently doing is through December of 2025 to make sure that all new substances, that includes their salts, isomers, everything are included based off what the DEA has already scheduled federally. So we're just matching the language completely from the DEA's Federal Register website. And so that's where we get our information. The substances, you want me to go through them or?
I think they can be described in basically 3 broad categories.
Correct.
There's some fentanyl.
Correct. Mostly fentanyl derivative substances is pretty much what we will typically see. There's also some things that are, so the fentanyl are the biggest things, and then you'll see things that end in like phenidate and the tazines. Even a pharmacist has trouble pronouncing all these. So they're just 3 major classes that they kind of group those in based off of what the salts and isomers and substances have been found to do if ingested or things like that. And so they're just based off of their mechanism of action, their components and such.
And I would also add that there was correspondence that came out. We distributed them at the original committee, the Senate bill dated, I think, August 26, 2025, that summarizes these
Correct. Yes, ma'am.
pounds.
Yes.
Are there any questions from members of the committee? Senator Dupree.
Madam Chair. So these are Schedule 1 drugs?
Correct. Yes, sir.
There are hundreds of them.
Yes. Because in this bill,
Yeah.
well, yes, based off of the different, when they break it down into their salt forms and their isomers, they have to legally provide every single way that it could be listed.
Every single way it could be listed.
Correct. Yes, sir.
And so we're actually adding 13
yes.
compounds to Schedule 1. And so each time the law is amended, we bring forward those that have already been included in the schedules. And
Correct.
so if you could look at the underlying language, you'll see those are the proposed changes.
And those are the derivatives from those 13.
Correct. And the previous year that they had found. Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Are there any other questions? So since we have a strike all, the first action we would need to take would be to adopt the strike all. Is there a motion? Okay, it's been moved to adopt the strike all. And the second motion we would need to entertain is to adopt title sufficient do pass strike all. We'll move on. All those in favor, please respond by saying aye. And you've done that. Any opposed? That bill will be reported. The next bill to be called up is House Bill 563. We did pass out similar language from the Senate. Psilocybin is a chemical derivative of, I would say mushroom compounds. And it is going through clinical trials for the treatment of treatment-resistant depression. What this bill proposes to do is, in the event it is scheduled by the federal government, our laws would conform to that scheduling until the convening of the next legislative session. That's pretty much a description of the bill. If you have an opportunity, I don't know if you reviewed the email, but an email went out to us from, I think it was the Veterans Exploring Treatment Options in support of the legislation. This is similar to, for those of you who are on public health, similar to the medication or the compound that was discussed at length during that meeting. Are there any questions? Senator Blackman.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Less of a question, more of a comment. Based on the makeup of the committee right now, I'm pretty tempted to make several amendments and that I think might get passed.
Noted. It's my understanding that it is making great progress in terms of how the completion of the trials. And in the event that it is approved during the lapse, this would put, I guess, the drug in a position where it could be prescribed without delay.
And so this is for resistance, treatment for resistance of,
Treatment-resistant depression, those that severe depression that has not responded to, I would say, traditional modalities.
so this is to offset that into something new for them to,
Exactly.
okay. All right, thank you.
Any other questions? Is there a motion? Senator Fillingham?
Drug would be available for? I mean, is it just that specific treatment-resistant depression, or do we have to say that? Or you just put it on the schedule and then all the doctors automatically know what it's for? I'm just curious.
I would say it would be added to the schedule and they would have to follow, I guess, the recommendations regarding treatment. It's not, I don't think it's not simply for one condition. Traumatic brain injury, I have some others listed here. Treatment-resistant depression. Substance use disorder and other mental health indications. And so like these other drugs, they will simply be listed and those providers could choose based on the schedule.
Gotcha. Thank you.
You're welcome. Are there any other questions? Is been moved, title sufficient, do pass, all in favor? Opposed? That bill will be reported. Is there a motion that we rise and report? Thank you.